Hey guys, it's Kevin Iole. You may have seen my story on Yahoo Sports on Tuesday about Dana White's plans to get involved in professional boxing. White, for people who don't know, is the president of the UFC, and he has been a long-time boxing fan. I can remember going to the Golden Gloves gym here in town to watch Mike Tyson train back in the early 90s, and Dana White was there. He was training fighters for a while. He was looking to learn how to referee. He really just wanted to be in the business, and he was always hanging out where big-time boxers were. And so it's no surprise to me that now that he's very successful as the president of the UFC, that he's looking to get into boxing and kind of expand the empire. And I think it's a good thing for boxing, and I want to say why. The UFC, to me, is the best example of what can happen if a combat sport is done correctly. The UFC invests a lot of money into its business. They built, anybody who's been in Las Vegas would know their new offices are magnificent in Las Vegas off the 215. And they built a Performance Institute right next to it that is a world-class facility for training and fitness for athletes. And they are bringing in not only all their fighters from around the world to come in and train at the Performance Institute, but they're having virtually every major professional sport. Any athlete who is in Las Vegas is coming in there. White's working on a way to get boxers in there on a more regular basis. But so they are really putting a lot of money into it. Yesterday, they announced that they're opening the Apex facility, which is on the lot right next to it. And it is a state-of-the-art production studio, but it has a 20,000 square foot arena that'll seat about 1,500, and they're going to use it for many things. What they want to do is they want to take their UFC Fight Pass and they want to make it kind of like the HBO of the fight world, and they want to go have tons of fight content on there, and they're looking to get big-time boxing matches. So some of the fights they will stage there at the Apex facility, fights that would be suited for like about a 2,000 seat venue. But they're also going to look to get involved in the really big fights. You know, they may put purse bids in on fights when they go out there. I asked Dana White specifically if he would be interested in promoting a Joshua fight or a Deontay Wilder fight or a Tyson Fury fight, being involved in a fight like that. And he said he absolutely would. And here's the thing, the UFC, unlike the vast majority of boxing promoters, puts money into their product. They build these things. They now have a PI that's going to open in Shanghai next week. They're breaking ground on one in Mexico. They just acquired the land soon. They're looking to build 2 more in Mexico. They're looking for land to build a PI in Puerto Rico. They're putting money back into the sport. And all those people that get involved come out better for it. And it's not always fighters. Sometimes it's trainers and different people like that. But investing in the sport is key. And they also invest in promoting the sport. And what's the complaint that I hear most often from boxing fans? Well, it's very simple. I mean, I didn't know this fight was happening. I don't know anything about this fighter. There's not a lot of money invested by boxing promoters in their companies. And so as a result, it shows. The UFC invests a lot of money. They spend a ton of money, but they make a ton of money. And I think it's good as they look to get into boxing that this may wake up boxing promoters and say, this is what we have to do to put on a superior product. So remember this day, because this could be a big turning point in boxing history. I think there are a tremendous amount of very good fighters out there now, maybe more than there's ever been. The sport is on a high. You're getting a lot of great fighters coming into the sport. There's a lot of TV coverage of the sport. But you have to get out there and bang the drum. And the one thing that I know,